Alright guys, this is Jess here. I'm from YouthsToday.com, and today I'll be having a very quick brief on your role as a project manager representing us YouthsToday.com in your campuses. So I'm just going to go real quick. There's a total of 40 slides here, but I'll make it very easy for you to understand and digest. How is it like to be our project manager? So first of all, this is the project manager overview. I'm going to be covering on what YouthsToday.com is all about. Then we will go into why we are doing this, your role as a project manager in your college and university, and at the end of the day, what are your benefits as a project manager. So I'm just going to quickly dive into it. So basically, what is YouthsToday.com all about? We are actually a youth engagement platform that help connects brands, corporate brands, event sponsors to actually event organizers. So you will be actually acting as our medium to help us connect to all your campuses, clubs and societies, or event organizers that actually need sponsorships. So just a little bit about ourselves. YouthsToday.com has been around for almost 7 years now. When we first started, we are actually like a events company. We help a lot of corporate brands run youth events across the nation. But over the years, we decided to actually build YouthsToday.com, and this YouthsToday.com platform itself, we actually started in November 2014. So we're fairly around 8 months old right now. So throughout the months itself, we have already gathered more than 24,000. The last time I checked, we were at 28,000 student event organizers. And we are working with 60 colleges and universities right now. That would include yours as well. So we have also 295 clubs that will eventually give brands a reach of 500,000 youth throughout the nation. So we always believe in actually handing their brands marketing campaign to youth themselves, which involves you guys. So you guys will be basically the pioneer of representing, basically you'll be representing us in your campuses to help us do that. And followed by just a brief introduction. Basically, this is how YouthsToday.com works. So we have this platform itself that connect with all these major brands. So all these brands are with us right now. What they do is they park their budget with us, and we will actually channel those budgets to basically you. So you will be the one who help us to source all these relevant events, and you will be talking to the event organizers, the people who would actually organize these events, and then we will channel those fundings to help support all these development programs. That will eventually give brands the exposure and also all the youth projects funded. So I'm just going to bring you through how it looks like inside of YouthsToday.com so you understand better on how you can actually engage your event organizers. So for event organizers, basically they use our platform to sell their engagement packages. In other words, it's actually their sponsorship packages. So yeah, that's me. So basically, YouthsToday.com wants an event organizer who wants to actually request for sponsorship for the event. They will actually create a profile on YouthsToday.com. This is exactly what they will see when they actually come to our platform. So when they have an event, all they need to do is just upload their event details here, just very basic details of what they're going to do with the events, and then they will actually proceed to tickets. So if the events actually have tickets itself, whether it's a paid or free event, they can actually put their event ticketing here, and they can actually sell the tickets through our online portal. Then we have the sponsorship packages, where students, the event organizers, need to tell us how much money they actually need and what are the things that they can actually give back in return to the brands. So this is actually just to show you a snapshot. And if event organizers actually come to you, all you need to do is just direct them to YouthsToday.com and put up their events. So after that, the system will actually ask them what sponsors do they need. Do they actually need sponsors? And if they click actually yes here, then eventually that will bring them to this slide here. So this page itself, it will actually list out all the corporate brands that we actually brought on board. So up to date, we have around 30 brands on hand with us, and they can actually select from here which are the most relevant brands that can help support the event. And this is also a screenshot on actually how it looks like inside. Basically, your event organizers get to manage all the events from here. They can actually email blast to all their participants. They can manage all their ticket sales from here. They can actually check on their sponsorship request review here, and they can also upload their reports right after the event end. And on top of that, they can also cash out their sponsorship from here. And last but not least, we also have the analytics, where we can the event organizers will need to scan the participants, and they can actually see the overview of the total success rate of the event itself. And then we have the messenger system, where they can talk to their friends, the brands, and also their participants who's engaging them. So here in YouthsToday.com also, they can use the system to actually monitor their engagement, the return of investment of their engagement. So let's say if an event organizer actually promised a brand of like 500 participants, all these are tracked to the registration. It is compulsory for the event organizers to actually upload the event and all the attendees to register at the platform here. So they can also actually sell the tickets here on our platform, and all the money raised channels back to their clubs and society. So this is a back-end system that we implement for them that they can actually use. So on top of that, once the ticket is actually generated, the participants will actually print out the ticket, or they can just show this ticket through their mobile phone, and event organizers can actually scan them. And participants will actually receive points once they actually attend most of the events in their own university. And from there, the event organizers can actually track them through the analytics that I mentioned earlier. So this is the mobile app that we actually have, and it's a requirement for all the event organizers to actually use the mobile app to scan the tickets. So this actually gives a very good overview for the event organizer themselves, that they can actually track those who actually claim the tickets versus those who actually physically attend the event. So I'm just gonna show you a little bit about the brand side, how the brands are engaged to our platform. So this is a very good example. Let's say your event organizer actually post up the event and they request for HP as a sponsor. So HP will see it in this manner, and when HP click respond, this is what they will see. So this is an event from University Science Malaysia, and these are the event details that's appearing. So if brands actually click on sponsor this event, they can see all the sponsorship packages available, what the students can actually do for the event the brands themselves, and how much does it cost. So brands can actually negotiate with the student event organizer, and this is how they actually negotiate. So there will be negotiation logs, and brands can actually pay online, and all this money will be channeled directly to the event organizer. And basically, these are all the results can be tracked by the brands themselves through our program. So this is what YouthsToday.com is all about. I just brought you through what YouthsToday.com is all about, why we're doing this, and so I will be covering now what is your role exactly as a project manager. Okay, so first of all, if you actually agree to be our project manager, first you need to actually source out events and be ready for brands. So on hand, we have almost 30 brands that will cover around 1 to 200,000 ringgit for you to actually disperse and help all your student projects in your university. But first, you need to be equipped with this knowledge. You need to know who is the student service department, who is the head, your university total school and faculties, the club and societies available in your university. And this is the most important actually. The exam, the SEM breaks and holidays which will be coming, because every project that you support, if it clashes with exam, and it will be difficult to proceed. So look for open days and also career days. So second, you'll be receiving, every time there's a brand who comes on board, you'll be receiving a client brief from our operation manager. You will be dealing directly with an operation manager assigned to the brand. So I'll give you a very good example right now. So let me just take you off here for a little while. So this is an example of a client brief. Let's say the brand is actually Money Compass, who comes in to sponsor you. So these are all the brand's requirements. And also this will be the pre-event that they're looking at, the during event that they're looking at, and what's after the event that they're looking at. So these are the checklists that you just need to go through and make sure that the event organizers are actually carried out accordingly for the pre, during, and post-event. So this is actually how a client brief looks like. Okay, so now I'll be going to your third role as a project manager. So after you understand the client brief on what the client wants, let's say the brand itself, so all you need to do is actually to get the event organizers on board, to source out the relevant events for the brand. So basically the operation manager will be emailing you this sponsorship manual guide as attached in the email. So this sponsorship manual guide itself, this will be the sponsorship manual guide that you will be sharing with your project managers. So let me just quickly bring you through the sponsorship manual guide. So inside the sponsorship manual guide, it explains to your event organizer how they actually can get their events approved. So all they need to do is again upload their events on YouthsToday.com, and these are all the benefits that your event organizers will get once they put their events on YouthsToday.com. So these are just a very simple set. All they need to do is just create the events on YouthsToday.com. The moment they put it up, we'll get it approved, and you will be representing us to make sure to monitor their execution of the events itself. So inside this sponsorship manual guide, it explains very detailed on how they can actually put up the events and how can YouthsToday.com benefit them. So this is actually prepared for you. That all you need to do is actually to email your event organizers. That's about it. So going back to the role, once you email the sponsorship manual guide, the fourth thing you need to do is actually explain the client brief to the event organizers. So I'm going to be showing you an example of an agreement which you need to represent us to sign it with the event organizer. So this is a sample of an agreement. So this states the project agreement, the deliverables, and what are the commitments from your event organizers in return for the sponsorship. So all these terms and conditions, all you need to do is actually to sign your name here, and then who are the event organizers that you will be managing with. So we will have an operation manager which will be engaging with you directly on the brand itself. So once you get this signed up, all you need to do is to scan this back and send it back to the operation manager. So that's about it for the fourth thing that you need to do. And remember, you need to actually understand exactly what the brand needs and what the brand wants, and you need to explain it directly to the event organizer and get the agreement signed. And the fifth thing you need to do is actually to disperse the cash sponsorship to your event organizer. All you need to do is actually click on this link, and eventually it will lead you to this page. So this link itself, it will explain the event that you actually will be sponsoring, how much money you will be sponsoring, everything. You need to fill up these details, and once you submit, our operation team, basically the finance, will release the cash directly to your event organizers, and they will actually receive their cash sponsorship. Remember to actually put your name there, because you will be actually receiving the benefits, which I'll be explaining in a short while. And the sixth thing you need to do is actually to create a WhatsApp group. All you need to do after you sign the agreement, scan it back to the operation manager, and all you need to do is just create a WhatsApp group between your operation manager, yourself, and the event organizer in a WhatsApp group. So once you do that, everybody will be synced, and you need to constantly monitor the event organizer in order for them to produce good quality events for the brands, and for your basically for your event organizers to learn on how to deliver good quality products and services for the brands in the student university. And last but not least, all you need to do is actually to create a report. So bear in mind, all these are not done by you. All you need to do is just to monitor and make sure the event organizers deliver what they promise. So this report template is for you to actually submit to the event organizer. So this is an example. So this is how the event report will look like. So you will not be the one doing it, but the event organizer needs to be the one who fill up all this report after the event. So involve event details, introduction of their own clubs and society, the pre-event, what they have done, online promotions, if applicable. So on ground, during event, are their deliverables, and at the end of the day, post-event, what's their results, and also basically the youth awards that they will be getting at the end of the day. So yeah, that's about it. All you need to do is just to, during the event itself, you need to actually be present and also monitor, and make sure you actually take pictures of the event. So at the end of the day, the event organizers need to submit a report before the full amount will be dispersed to the event organizer. And last but not least, what's your benefit as our project manager? So if you select to be our project manager, for every sponsorship deal that you manage, you will get 10% out of it. For example, if you manage a sponsorship deal worth 5,000 ringgit, you will get 500 ringgit out of it. And we organized a monthly meetup with CEOs and director. Like for example, the CEO of Chatham, the CEO of BMW, we will actually involve you in those meetups to learn from them. And third thing is we will always have a lot of parties and VIP invites. You are definitely first on our list. And at the end of the day, you will also be getting a portfolio with YouthsToday.com. So I hope this video explains entirely what's your project manager role. And thank you so much for watching this video until the end. And you're ready to go. So we will have our operation manager contacting you very soon. And we look forward to work with you. Thank you.